Hi, this is Rahim Zulfikar Ali from Excel Basement, and in this video we will be learning that how to control trial balance with SUMIFs and data validation, and we will be learning that how to park all these entries in our trial balance with the help of SUMIFs function. And if you want to restrict some of the entries from or exclude the entries from the trial balance, then how we can do with the data validation. So let's get started. I have two sheets. The first one contains the trial balance, in which I have the 5 columns: code, description, debit, credit, and net balance. And I have one more sheet that is called the entry sheet, and I have total 7 entries. And here we have the column of serial numbers, account code, account names, and their respective amounts pertaining to the debit and credit side, and both the columns are definitely balanced. So now what we need to do is we need to apply the sum if function here, and we need to park all these entries in our system trial balance. So how we can do that, I will tell you two alternate methods, okay, one without name ranges and one with the name ranges, and then we will control the adjusting entries with the data validation. So let's get started. What we need to do, what is the traditional or the basic Excel users does normally is they start with the sum if function. Okay, let me just zoom this window. Alright, so they just start with the function that is called sum if. Now we need to define the range on the basis of which we will be filling the criteria row by row. That is the range will be the account codes, and the criteria will be the reference of the first code, or the GL code you can say. That will be the relative reference because every new code is in the next row, and the sum range will be the column of the debit side, which is in the entries sheet. So first we will be selecting the range of the GL codes from the entries sheet, and it starts from row number 6 in my case, and it ends in row number 28. As you can see in the formula bar, it shows entries C26 till C28. We will make this relative references into absolute, and then now we need to define the criteria, which is the second function argument. For the criteria we need to check out all the GL codes which are in system TB. So now we are in the system TB sheet, and here we have selected system TB A6 because our first GL code is in the A6, comma. Then we need to select the sum range, which contains the amounts of the debit side, which is again in our entry sheet. And now we will be selecting this entire column of the debit in the entry sheet and make this reference as absolute by pressing F4 and bracket close. So if the GL code which is issued for cash is available in the entry sheet, if that is available, then the amount will reflect here. If not, then it shows as the 0. So now for example, if you can see that the code number 008083 and 003, which is related to trade creditors services, which gives us amount of 43,000, is basically the sum of two entries which are in my adjusting entry sheet. You can see all two highlighted cells. The first contains the 11,000 amount, and the second contains the 32,000 amount. So in this way we have just filled the debit column, and you can see at the bottom of this trial balance we have got all the entries, and the total is 160,289, which is again we have in this entry sheet as well. So this is balance. So similarly, now for the credit side, what we need to do is we just need to copy this function of SUMIFs, and instead of E6 we will be changing the reference of credit side, that is F6 till F28, and the system TB GL codes are starting from A6. That's it. So this is how we modified the credit column also, and we got the balances. Now this is the traditional way to do it. The easiest way is that we can just make the name range of all these columns, and we can just execute all those name ranges into our SUMIF, so that how we don't need to come again and again in the entry sheet to select the ranges. Okay, so how we can do that? You just need to select all the adjusting entries area. Alright, then go to data tab, or go to the formulas tab, and here you can see there is an option called create from selection. Click on that, and now you need to tell the Excel that all these columns names will pick from the top row. Okay, so make sure that you only check mark on the top row, press OK. And now in the formulas tab, when you go to the name manager, you can see that there are 5 name ranges which pertains to all these columns. So within few seconds we created all the columns name ranges, and now we can execute them into a SUMIF function. Alright, so how we can execute them? Equals to SUMIF. Now we have created the name ranges, and if we have forgot that name ranges, don't need to worry about that. Just need to press a shortcut key that is called F3. Press the F3 key and you will see the list here. So select the correct name range here which you need to give, that is the account code. Press OK. Now the account code column has been selected from the entries sheet. You don't need to go again. The criteria is the simple GL code or the code from which it start your range. Then sum range is the debit column. If you forget the name range, press F3, click on debit, press OK, and bracket close. So this is how your formula or function has been refined instead of complex ranges, and it's now very short and easy to understand. So this is how you can just drag it down, your formula or function, and now it's working fine and perfect. Right, the last thing is that what if we want to exclude some of the entries from the trial balance, because as you can see that the GL code, which is 008083003, has been repeated 2 times. The first one is in the entry number 1 and the second time is in the entry number 6. And for example, for instance, our manager or boss says that you don't need to park all these 7 entries, you need to park some of the entries and some of them to be excluded. So now we can just control that with the help of data validation. So we are creating one more column that is called status, and here we will be creating a drop down menu from the data tab, data validation. Alright, you will find this data validation window. Here you can have the field that is called I guess is custom, and here you need to write, or you can say not the custom, list. You will select list here, and I'm writing yes comma space no. So we are giving 2 options. If there will be yes, the entry will be parked, and if in the drop down menu if it will be no, the entry will be excluded from the SUMIF function. So in the data validation you selected list, in the source you have written yes and no, and press OK. So now your data validation has been created. I will just drag this to apply in all in the whole column till the end of my entry. And now what I can do is I will select yes because I want to park this entry. So I just copied the yes criteria to each of the row. Right, and now see this how it will be executed. First I will just select this column and give it a name, okay, and that is called status from the name box. And let me just cross check that all the name ranges are exactly from starting from the same side and ending from the same side. So if you create, you can see that all our previous name ranges are starting from row number 5 and ending 28. So we need to just correct this, that our status name range should be starting from 5th row and end to the 28th row. So instead of 4 I am writing 5. So you need to just make sure that all the name ranges should start from the same row and end at the same row, so that all the results should come properly. So now the last step is going to the SUMIF. Now instead of SUMIF we will be executing SUMIFs, because now we have two criterias. So here we are starting SUMIFs. Sum range is the debit column. Alright, criteria range 1 is the account codes. Where are all those account codes? Starting from A6 here, right? And then comma. Now the criteria range 2 will be my status column, and for those who have been in the drop down validation with a yes will be added in this column, and for those who have the no will be excluded. So now I will just copy this function. Alright, now as you can see that here in this GL code you are getting 43,000. But what if I don't want to park entry number 6? So instead of yes I will click on no. Alright, and now you can come back in the trial balance. You can see that only the single entry has been parked, which is the entry number 1 for this GL code. So this is how we can control the journal entries to be excluded from the trial balance to park. Okay, so for example, if I want to exclude this entry, I will just click on no in the drop down validation, and no entry has been parked in the trial balance. When I say yes, this entry should be parked, so when I select the criteria of yes, the trial balance will park this entry with the help of SUMIFs function. So this is how you can make your trial balance and adjusting entries dynamic to be applied by SUMIFs function and the data validation. I hope you will like this technique.